Hi everyone, how are you today? It is Sharon here from the blog I Restore Stuff. You can see behind me, that's my blog post name. I'm a DIYer. I love to upcycle furniture and home decor. And today I am, and I'm also an ambassador for Essential Stencil. And so today we're live on Essential Stencil's page and on my I Restore Stuff page, ready to show you a project. Now, Essential Stencil goes live every weekday, so during the day or during the night. If you can't tell by my accent, I'm from Australia. And so it is Thursday morning here, but right now it's Wednesday night, obviously, for you guys in the USA. So hello, Barb. How are you today? Hi, Tracy. And Sonia's here. Beginning to see some of our regulars showing up. If you don't mind, you can share the link and just let people know that we're live. Sprinkle that love around Facebook land. I've got a round here today and I've painted it sort of a mist colour. This is Fusion Mineral Paints colour mist. It's a really very, very light blue, like a misty blue. Excuse me, have a little frog in my throat this morning. Hi Joyce Ann, how are you? Thank you Tracy so much for sprinkling. Hi Lisa. So today, it's that time of the month again where we get to announce and show you the Stencil of the Month Club for the following month. Okay, so it's December right now, so some of you who are in the Stencil of the Month Club will be receiving your December stencils this month. But we like to showcase the following month so that you can make sure you share it, first of all. Make sure you're in the club so that you can get these. And I am so excited about these. They're layered stencil designs. So I'm going to show you what they are. We're going to look at the premium plan, the basic plan, and the add-on. And the add-on, for the first time, I think for the first time ever, it's actually got two parts. It's got a little bonus in there. So you're really going to want to watch. So let people know that we are live today, right now. And join in the giveaway too. So there's a giveaway at the end of our live. Every weekday there's a giveaway at the end of our live with all of our ambassadors showing you Essential Stencil. There we go. Just trying to find that live over here on my Facebook page so I can see that, so I can see your comments coming in. So as you know, as crafters, we love to be ahead of the game. So this is in fact an Easter stencil set for the Stencil of the Month Club in January. Now, there's only a few hours left to join, so it's not quite ready yet. Stencil of the Month Club. Hi, Melissa. How are you, my friend? Melissa was live on Essential Stencil page yesterday, so if you missed her live, go check that out. And Amanda was Monday, so go check them all out if you're new here. Let us know in the comments, because we love to know who is brand new to stenciling. If you've never stenciled before, maybe you've got your stencil set and you're just a little bit timid and afraid. Well, we'll show you all of the stenciling tips that we've learnt over the years that we've been stenciling. So next month, January's month, is an Easter set. So January 2024, can you believe it's going to be 2024 already? Where have the years flown? Hi Kimberly, how are you? All right, so January set is gorgeous. Let's have a look at it. This is the premium plan. So there are two plans. Let me just show you this. If you use my code I Restore Stuff, you can get a free month on the basic plan. I'll show you that in a minute, or 50% off the first month in the premium plan. So use that code when the site goes live. It's stencilofthemonthclub.com, and the site will be live with the stencil showing on it in just a few hours. So you have that. If you stay up late, you might be able to join. Okay, so the first set, let's have a look. Premium plan comes with 3 12 by 16 stencil sheets. And so this is the first one, Somebody Loves You, Easter Blessings, and Hoppy, oops, I've got that upside down, Hoppy Easter. I forget that I'm turned around back to front upside down. So that's the first one. So those are the wording. Don't you love that cute little chicken and the egg right there? This next one, let me show you. It is a layered stencil. So we are going to be hoppity hop, bunny hopping. We've got layers and we have words to show us how the layers work. And there's great instructions on the back here of how those layers get placed. You'll see right here is your instructions for all of the layers. Now the basic plan has less elements. We'll go over that in just a minute. So the first one, we have layer 1, which is your main outline of the rabbit. So you'd probably do that in like a pastel or a pink or a white, I don't know, whatever colour rabbit you would like. And then we have layer 2, you place this over the top with contrasting colours for those paws, the cheeks, the ears, etc. Then you have options for layer 2. You've got options for the face. So we've got cute, different little eyes, closed, shut, or whatever. Yes, Kathleen says she loves the layered stencils. It really is giving us more options on how to, instead of all the taping off this section, taping off that section, the layers really allow you to use colours over colours without having to do all the taping off. So that's the first 2 layers. Then our next layer, remember you've got the rabbit, or let me just leave that up here actually, and we'll be showing you this in a minute. So I'll just go over it quickly and then we'll go in more detail. So layer 3, you've got the, looks, that's his little, oh no, I thought it was his belly. No, it's the egg. So you've got the Easter egg right here and some whiskers, which you would probably do black or a dark colour, but you can do that egg any colour you like. And then to go on layer 3, we've got actually layer 4, and those are the patterns that you would put then on top of the egg in a contrasting colour. The other options you do have is a carrot or a bow tie or a tie to go onto the rabbit. Hang on, let's see if I can get this right here. So you can add that anywhere you like. You can have him holding the carrot. And then the last layer, we have layer 5 down here, which is optional. You don't have to put layer 5 on, is the little hands that would come over the top of the Easter egg. And we'll show you how we do that in just a minute. So don't be daunted by the layers, folks, because right here, very clear instructions on which order to put your layers in. Layer 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay? So don't be scared. It's going to be so much fun. So if you're not in the Stencil of the Month Club, I encourage you to join when it opens later tonight. The website will be stencilofthemonthclub.com. Now, with every Stencil of the Month set that you get sent, you have the option to use the add-on. Now, let me show you the add-on. I am excited about this Easter basket, which coordinates with the set, the main set. Usually the add-on will coordinate with the set. So as you can see here, we've got the beautiful bow and we've got every bunny welcome, which would go great. So don't think that the bow goes inside. No, I'll show you. The bow will go on top. But I love the way that Essential Stencil has made this use of space right here inside the basket. Let me show you the back, and then there's a bonus layer. Okay, so here's the back. So you would put the bunny from the main set inside the basket with the eggs, fill it up. Then you would put the bow from here, whoops, on top of the basket. Then you can add your words to the top. It may even fit on a really large round if you had a large round like that. And then you could put more eggs out the side or whatever. But the bonus stencil, and I won't open it up just now, we've got more lives happening all this week to show you the Stencil of the Month Club, but is this gorgeous pattern that would go, it looks like a rattan or a cane basket pattern that goes on top of the basket. Okay, so that's the add-on. Don't you love that bonus feature for the add-on? Oh my goodness. All right, so then we'll go with our premium plan, and we are going to work on the premium plan today. Sorry, this is the basic plan. The basic plan, see how that's a lot smaller? It is a 6x8 set, whereas the premium plan, you've got more elements, you've got the words, which aren't included in this, but the basic plan does include layers, and so we've got, instead of 4 or 5 layers, we've got 1, 2, 3, I think we do have 4. So instead of 5, we've got 4 layers. I'll just go through that super quickly. We've got the main rabbit, and then we've got that layer that goes over the top, which is the ears and the, let me see how that lines up, right there, the ears and the cheeks and the paws. And then the third set, we've got the layer, and see it's etched in here, layer 3, layer 4. So we've got the carrots and the egg and the whiskers, which you turn to the right way. And then you've got layer 4, which is the little paws that do hold the rabbit, and an optional bow tie. So see how you don't have everything in the other premium set, but you do have a few little basic things. And it is a smaller rabbit. So let me just hold up the rabbits for example to show you the size difference. The larger premium set is that big and the smaller rabbit is this big. So I've measured my large rabbit from the premium set against my round that I've painted, pre-painted here in the colour Mist, which is a really light pastel blue colour. Thank you so much for sprinkling, you guys. I've used the colour Mist, and I'm going to just add a little dry brushing. I just felt like, I don't know if it'll contrast really well. Will the big bunny fit in the basket? Sandy's asking. Let me show you how. Let me show you how we see this right here. So yes, see, big bunny fits in the basket. Obviously, he's going to be inside the basket, so you don't have to put his feet up the top because you're going to tape off that bit or just, you know, put it down that far in. And of course, his ears are all up here. And so then that fits perfectly in the basket. So yes is the answer. They always make these so that they do coordinate, and that's probably, this is a true to the scale of exactly how that large bunny would fit inside the basket. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little experiment on the background here. Melissa the Miller says it could also be a Pikachu from, oh, I didn't think of that, Melissa. Yeah, it could. Okay, I'm adding a little bit of dry brushing to my background to see if this turns out. This is a white over a really pastel blue. I just wanted to add a bit more of interest to the background. So as I go over this, it's just creating a little bit more, you can't see it very well on the video, on the camera, but if you just believe me, and then we'll go over with our rabbit. So I'm just adding a contrasting colour. It's hitting the edges, creating a bit of a high point there. I'll tip this down in a minute. So I'm offloading the brush a lot on there and just brushing that across to hit the edges and create a bit of a dry brushing. So while we're waiting to look at our fun design, I'd love you, if you would, hit that share button. Let other people know we are looking at the Stencil of the Month Club design tonight. And you can't join just yet. It will be live in a couple of hours, and Essential Stencil will put the link there where you can go. If I have time, I also would love to use something from the brand new holiday set. Who's ordered from that already? I've got a little Valentine's gift tag, food tag kind of thing, homemade tag, whatever you call it, set aside, ready to do another little project. If I get time at the end, we'll do that. But we are doing a layered bunny today. So there's a whole set of Holiday 2024 stencils. That was a bundle. They've sold out of the bundle. So I hope you got your bundle. Kathleen's asking, how is my puppy Olive? She's doing well. She's very active. Right now she's playing in her pen. So I've shut the door on that because we are expecting deliveries today, and she just barks at, well, she probably would if they ring the doorbell, she's going to be barking. So you might get to hear her. Okay, so I'm just brushing really gently across the surface there, and you may not be able to see it very well, but it's created sort of a cloud, a distressed, not distressed, more like a barnwoody kind of driftwood look as the background. It might not be as effective if you don't do it in a really, really big kind of contrast. It's almost a cloudy look. I like it. Okay, excuse me. Finished with that brush. I am just going to hit that with the hairdryer. Make sure we've got that nice and... Hi, Mary. I will show you the new Stencil of the Month Club set. It's not too late to join the live because we are going to be looking at the premium set today. And my round is, I keep forgetting what size. I've got a whole bunch of these and I forget every time. It's not nearly 30 centimetres, almost 12 inches. It's 11.5 inches round. So it's not a large round, but it is enough to fit my bunny. So January 2024, this is the Stencil of the Month Club set that you'll receive if you are in the club. If you're not in the club, do use my code IRestoreStuff and you can get 50% off the first month of this premium plan, and also you can get a free month if you want to get the basic plan. And I went through all of those, so if you are just joining us now, you can have a look at the replay. If you are watching the replay, don't forget to comment the word replay, because Essential Stencil will pick some winners from a winner from the replay. Sherry, I use the Fusion Mineral Paint because I'm a retailer for them over here in Australia. But you can use my affiliate link. I would love to send that through to you if you would like that. Let me know in the comments, and we'll post a link for that there. All right, the colour I've chosen for my rabbit is this colour, Rosewater. It's a gorgeous pink colour. Hopefully it contrasts enough with that, with the misty brown and misty blue, not brown, colour. Now you'll see a little etching down the bottom. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'll put my hand behind it. It says layer 1. So it's even labelled for you how to do the layers. And I'm estimating around about the centre of the sign. I'm going to leave that there. You can tape it down if you would like to. I'm just going to put one on one side so we know we're good to go. And for this one, I'm going to use a large stencil brush. Using my offloading cardboard. If you're new to stenciling, that's what we like to do. And because there's this large space in here, I'm going to use the large brush. Now these brushes, they come in a set of 4. This is the 7/8 inch brush. It's the largest one there. I'm just going to dip my edge of my brush into the paint. I'll offload a little bit because that's a lot of paint on my brush, but I am going to go into the center right in here and offload a lot of that paint in the center. So you don't want to do this around the edges if you've got a lot of paint on your brush, but I will do that in the center. Now to go over this part, this line right here, which separates the head and the body, you want to go over that in the direction of the line, because if you're going back and forth, it is a very thin bridge on the stencil set. Hopefully you can see that enough there. Let me see if I can get any closer to you. My table here is my dining table. It's quite big. Let's move things down a little bit and I'll show you. So this is the bridge I'm talking about, this thin line right here. You can see it's lifting up there because I've got the stencil flimsy off the edge there, but that's how small that little line is. It's quite thin. But yeah, that's how I work excuse me, around the stencil lines. Now, because that's a large surface area, I'm coming in from the edges of the face. I'm going to grab a little bit more paint here from my blob that I've put down earlier, and just doing a little bit of a half a swirly motion, half of a just coming in from the edge motion. My technical terms here. Hello, Tammy from Chandler, Arizona. Thank you for joining us, everybody, and I love it when you come on and say hello. I do go through our comments later on after our live. I usually just want to see who's got any questions, but a lot of the time we have some great regular stencilers right here on our lives, and I love how you all just kind of team together and let each other know what we're doing, what the tips are. If someone's missed something, just ask it in the comments, and someone will answer your question for you, whether it's me later on or maybe someone will pop their head up and answer it for you. Kimberly says, awesome job, Essential Stencil, on this layering set. It is great, isn't it? There's some great layered sets on the site now, especially I remember the Christmas barn. Did anyone get the Christmas? I think it's a Christmas barn set that's got layered barn stencil set. So I'm just sort of doing a pounce and then swirl kind of a motion. And we'll see how this turns out on the outline here. If I did need to, see this is a very light pink, if I did need to outline that after this is completely dry and I've done all of the layers, I might go over just the outline. Well, let's have a look first of all. See how it's quite light? Oh, you can still see the contrast, but you could go on the outline with a really tiny pen. I'd lay the layer back down and just make those outlines with a very narrow paint pen perhaps, or something like that if you wanted to. That's only if you've done sort of a light colour, but I think that contrasts nicely against the blue. So there's our first layer. I don't know, have we had layered stencils with the Stencil of the Month Club before? Maybe we have, I can't remember. Someone will remind me. Yeah, you can get more colour on this way. So the club opens at midnight. Essential Stencil has popped the link up there for you. And if you are not yet in the Stencil of the Month Club or have skipped months in the past, you will not want to skip this one. Okay, so right now we see it's just the next layer over, and it actually says layer 2 down on the bottom, etched in there. And the outline, you probably can't see this, but the outline of the rabbit is actually also etched in. So you can see that outline there. So I'm just lining that outline up with the feet and the ears. So we've got that all sorted. I'm going to pop that tape right down here just so we don't get a lot of movement. Okay, I've got my handy dandy plastic bags to put my brushes in case I need to do another extra thing later, or a coat or something. Now, if you're like me and you're not the artist type, you can always refer to the picture on the back side of here, and they have suggestions at what colour you might like to do. They've done a brown rabbit and then pink inside the ears and that kind of thing. What colour should I do inside my ears? Now that I've done the rabbit pink, I can't really do that. I should do sort of like a pinkish, a brown, like a brownish kind of colour, and I didn't bring any brownish colours out here. That was not very thoughtful of me. Let's have a look what I did bring out. I've got green, no, not appropriate. Cast iron, it's like a dark grey colour. So what I could do is mix a little bit of white with this dark grey cast iron colour. So let me do that. Get this parchment. A tiny little bit of this white colour called parchment. So a little drip of that there. And I've got this grey, and hopefully it makes a nice soft grey, because I didn't think about that I might need that colour. And I'm just going to use a different brush. This is a 5/8 inch brush. Tammy, you've not used the layered stencil yet, but you did get the barn and the one with the tree and fence. And they do have instructions and these etchings on the original, so you can sort of line those up. I'm just going to tap this a little bit, and hopefully this is enough to do what I want to do with it. And I've got a nice soft grey colour there. And hopefully that'll be perfect enough for my ears and little foot pads, whatever you call them. What did we do over here? They do have black in the eyes. So we've got the face here, and I'll show you that we do have other faces here. So you can have a choice of 1, 2, 3, 4 different faces. So I'll do this grey, nice soft grey, and see I've hardly got any paint on my brush. And I'm just doing the paws and the insides of the ears. Oh, I don't quite have enough. It's gone dry on me super quickly. That's not great. I wonder if I could, no, I'm not going to wet it, because that will not be good. If you wet your brush or try to wash it out in between or in the middle of a project, it's really, I'm trying to get a bit of white without scraping the whole thing in there. Let me just try this again. Okay. I nearly put the wrong lids on the wrong paint colour then. That would be a disaster. So let's see if we can add a bit more to that. There we go. Doesn't matter if it's not an exact colour match of the grey. Okay. Now I want to add, let's see, we're going to do the pink cheeks as well. Well, this is going to be grey cheeks. And then I might use that straight cast iron colour, which is the dark of this, and I'll just add dark colour to the face right here. Now I think I got a little bit on that face. I was going to see let's have a look. We can lift that off and see. Oh, I love it. That's contrasting beautifully. I do like that grey. So we can now add the face, if we wanted to, into the middle of here. But I think because I've already done, I did some little eyelashes there. Oh, this would still work. No, I haven't. I accidentally got these eyelashes on here, so I am going to go back and just put the same face on. But you see how you can change it up with all of these other different types of faces. So you could make a group of rabbits all sitting together and, oops, did I offload this? I didn't. A little grey nose and little grey eyes. But this is a darker grey. I'm just adding a bit to my brush there. So if you've just joined us, we're working on the Stencil of the Month Club set. And these eyes are a little bit close to the cheeks, so if you did want to keep them really separate, you could tape that off. I'll lift that up. And now we've got our second layer. And that's cute just like it is, don't you think? I love that pink. That's Rosewater by Fusion Mineral Paint. Okay, so then we look along. We don't have layer 2 on this one. We've got layer, so we've done layer 2. Now we need layer 3. So that comes on our next sheet here. And I'm looking for the etchings down the bottom of the layers. Where has it gone? I'm on the wrong side. So make sure the writing is the correct way and then you'll get it correct. Okay, let's have a look. Layer 3. So we've got our rabbit etched out here. And again, we're going to put the etchings of the feet and the outline of the rabbit right in line. And this one just has the whiskers. So we want those whiskers in the right place. And I am going to use black for my whiskers. And because I've got this dark charcoal grey on the brush, I'm not going to worry about painting my brush. He is adorable, isn't he? Okay, so I've got that black on there and get those whiskers down. Oh, and we do have, oh, we've got the egg. That's what we've got. So we've got the whiskers here. And the egg, we've got the background for the egg. Okay, so what I want to do is find two gorgeous contrasting colours. Let's do some bright Easter egg looking things. Grab a brush bag. It needs the little paws. Oh yeah, we've got the little paws, don't you worry. I will put the paws on, they come on last. So we've got the egg and we want the paws to come over like the top. So the paws are over here, if you see those there, and that also layers and has the etching to line them up with the feet. So the layering is just magical. It changes your whole stencil experience, let's just say. Oh, let's go with a bright azure colour. So this is a bright, bright blue to do that egg background. And then we've got a choice of 3 different egg patterns. Let me know what you would pick. Let me know in the comments, okay? Here's a brilliant idea. Do we want stars, do we want dots or stripes? So let me know in the comments, stars, dots or stripes. What do you think we should go with this rabbit? So you could literally have 3 different rabbits with a few different faces. You could add a bow tie or a carrot in one or the other. So you wouldn't even have to necessarily use this just for Easter. It could just be a cute rabbit carrying a carrot. Okay, so we've got my azure colour in the centre here. Someone says dots, stripes, stars. Oh my goodness, dots, stripes or dots, stars. I think we're all even, guys. I'll keep looking at what you're putting in. Stripes, stripes, dots. It's a very bright colour, this one. Azure by Fusion Mineral Paint. If you do want the link, my affiliate link for Fusion Mineral Paint, I'll pop that in the comments for you. Just let me know. Say yes, please. I'd like the paint link, and I'll pop that in there later. I love it when you support my small business and use my affiliate links. Now, it doesn't cost any extra for you to use our affiliate links. In fact, some get discounts. My Fusion doesn't have discount, but you don't pay any extra. It just gives a small commission to the person who's showcasing how to use their products. So that would be awesome. It would be cute for a nursery, Sharon. I love it. Pale purple would be pretty too. We've got a couple of dots, dots, dots. There was lots of stripes. So now we've got the Easter egg happening in the middle there. So there he is carrying the egg. It looks like he's about to eat it. So see, that was layer 3. So we've got the etching mark of layer 3 written down the bottom there, if I can catch that in the light properly. Then this says layer 4. So the layer 4 etched down here, we've got the stars, the dots, and the stripes. Hi Donna, who just got here. That's okay. We are working on the Stencil of the Month Club stencil set. And it's Easter themed because we like to get ahead of the game here in the crafting world, and many of you are making, see how they just fit beautifully over the top. I like the dots too. We've got stars, dots. Thank you, Jean. I will send that Fusion link. I'll have a look for your comment after. And the stripes, and they all fit perfectly right here. Oh, what will I go with? I think we were pretty even with those comments of what to do. I'm going to grab these little stars, or maybe they're flowers, I don't know. Okay, popping my brush in a bag, or if you're finished with that colour, you can obviously pop it in the water, ready to wash out immediately. Contrasting colour. Wood yellow. Oh, that would look kind of really bright, wouldn't it? Dots, 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 Barbara's saying. Now that I've changed. Dots. Now we're having lots of dots. Maybe I've got to change to dots. Let's do that. You people are funny, trying to make it emphasis by writing dots 3 times, Barbara. Keep writing the same thing. Just for you. Just for you guys who want dots, I've changed my mind. All right, next, grab another brush. Now, stencil brushes. Right there on the website, I've got a 1/2 inch brush for this one. You can choose any really. They are sort of largish dots. And I'm going to go yellow. Yellow against this azure blue. How is that going to look? Just nice and bright, I feel. You could even use a metallic like gold or something like that. If I was using gold, I probably would, and I'm just checking to make sure my paint is dry. It is, otherwise you would just hit it with the hairdryer before you do this. If I was doing gold, I would still put a yellow on these dots as a background to help that gold pick up, you know, the yellow tones in the gold. It really does give it a nice solid colour when you're doing metallics. There's a tip for you. That goes with when you're painting it on anything. So this colour, I can see a little bit that it's a little bit translucent. So I will get this with the hairdryer, then I'll put that straight back down again and do a second coat for that. So let me just pop that up. It does still look great, but I can see through those little dots, and so I'll just hit it with the hairdryer. I'm excited about this stencil set. Cindy says, thank you, Essential Stencil, for the layering stencils. They're so fun to work with. Kathleen says, I love the bright colours, especially this time of year. I know. And for those of you getting ready with all your Easter projects, this is going to be fun. A fun one to add to your shop, or wherever you're selling, markets, or whatever you want to, wherever you're going to sell your Easter stuff. Okay, just going to add another layer there. Grab my yellow. Oh, I still had some over here. And I've shifted it already. We don't want to do that. Okay, putting that down exactly where those yellow dots are, making sure it's all lined up, and just adding a second coat, just give it a bit more of a solid Easter egg dots. Okay. Perfect. That's looking great. Love it. Now, if you wanted to, instead of the egg, you could add a carrot, a bow, or a tie. Such cute little ideas there. There's our dots on the Easter egg. But yeah, so if you were doing a carrot, you would do it instead of the egg, and you would have it, you know, holding the carrot maybe like this, or you could put the bow tie right under its neck there, or the tie fits beautifully just right there. So I've just gotten, oh, I didn't get a wet cloth. I've just gotten paint from my board here, all over the end of the stencil. So I'll just have to shift that off so that it doesn't get all over the place. Okay, so that's our second sheet right here. Oh, sorry, we have got to put the little paws on. So we want to do our paws probably in the same colour as the bunny. So I'll grab that brush in just a minute. But see, we've got a little section here that lines up the two paws at the bottom, and it does say layer 5 etched in there down the bottom, so you can see that layer 5. So they're all labelled, so easy to use because everything is labelled to go exactly and line up exactly where it should go. So then we'll get our little paws holding the Easter egg, and then it'll be finished. So you can imagine with the big one, we've got the words that go with that. I'll show you those again in a minute. I'm probably finished with this yellow, so I'll just leave that there. And I did have, where's my pink brush? So we'll add that. Now, I noticed on the Essential Stencil set, they've made the paws just slightly darker brown, which I think was a great idea. Oh, here we are. So over on the fourth set right across there, you can see, oh no, where is it? The little paws are a little bit darker brown than the brown of the rabbit. So maybe I could make these a little bit darker pink. And you could add something to it. I'm going to just put the pink on here, but I don't know that it will. I think this is well and truly dried up, this dark area here, but we can always try and see if we can add a little bit of dark on there, even with the grey. Maybe it's not working. But if you wanted to, you could add a bit more dark there. I'll see how it goes just without adding that dark. So I've lined up my etch marks with the paws here, and now we're going to go over that. And we might need a couple of coats because we do want to cover up where the Easter egg is. We don't want to have see-through hands for our rabbit. So let me see how that looks in contrast. And yeah, I see why. Can you see why they have put in their example on the picture just slightly darker so that it doesn't totally, the paws don't totally blend in with the rabbit's body? So maybe I'll just add a touch of that. Let me just hit that with the hairdryer, and we will add a touch of a darker, like the grey, to just change the tone up a little bit on those hands to make them stand out. So we want the same colour, but just a little darker tone, or just a different tone altogether, you know, like a lighter tone even. So I'm just going to line those up again because we don't want to see our Easter egg through the hands, so we need to make sure that's quite a solid colour. Again, if you want to tape it down, please tape it down. Please feel free to just tape it down across the edge here. So where's my, this is that cast iron colour. I might just add a tiny touch of that with a little bit of my brush going hardly anything. So I don't know if you can see those two little dark bits on there. And then I'm going to add a bit of the pink. Oh, I don't want to get that dark into my pink. Oh, that's really bad. Sharon, you don't want to contaminate your already pink paint. Okay, so this is just going to add a bit of depth. Such a tiny bit of grey, but can you see the difference between that that pink and the other pink? Maybe you can. Okay, we're going to go over that again. It's our little paws. My puppy has fallen asleep in her little pen. That's what we like. No disruptions. I could kiss that bunny face, Lisa, that's so funny. Isn't it just the cutest? They have the cutest little face. So again, there's 3 or actually 4 options, isn't there, for the face? So that's our little bunny. And I do have a little bit of time, so I do want to show you another project, a fun idea that, well, it's just a gift tag type idea using the brand new, one of the sets from the brand new collection. Now let's see, here's that's the Stencil of the Month Club premium set. Remember, you also get these words too, so imagine if, you know, some of these words might have fit. You could put like Easter blessing down the side. That would even fit without the egg. It might even fit right there. Easter blessings going up sideways. Or if you had a larger round, you could just do that. Or some bunny loves you. You could have that at the top of your bunny. And again, I'll show you, and if you missed the beginning of our live, you'll see all of these, all of the layers, and all of the things that you get with that Stencil of the Month Club. It's going to be open just in a couple of hours. Opens at midnight. Don't forget, opt in for the add-on, guys, because we do have the gorgeous basket, and then you would, don't do the basket without stenciling this. Don't stencil your bow and your words inside the basket, okay? Because the bunny is going to go inside the basket. So let me just show you really quickly. And the add-on actually comes with a bonus pattern. So let me show you that pattern. So it looks like basket weave. Isn't that great? So don't miss out on the add-on this month. So this is going to be available on the site. If you're a Stencil of the Month Club member, then you will already be getting this set. But if you are brand new and you've never joined before, this is the time to join. Okay, so let me show you. So you've got the basket. Now, this is obviously not going to fit on my sign, but you would put the bunny inside the basket like so. So imagine I have a great big long sign. That's about where you would put the bunny, and you can fill it with Easter eggs either side. Then you would take the words and put them on the top here. So this is layer one, again, it's etched here, and you would put the bow on top of the basket, all right? So that's how that inside of the bow and the words work. And then you can layer on top the basket weave. I'm just putting it underneath to show you where it fits. So there you go. It would fit underneath the basket to create a fun basket weave. And I think that's the first time we've seen an add-on have literally two-part stencils. So that's a great deal. And then with the basic plan, you get a smaller version of the layered bunny with just a few less elements on that. So I went through that at the beginning, so you can see that there then. And that's our cute rabbit. Let me show you what I do have also is this fun wooden tag that I've already pre-stained, but I like this stencil set Baked with Love, and these are available on the main essentialstencil.com website. Use my code IRestoreStuff right here, and you can get 10% off anything in any of these in the brand new 2024 holiday collection. So I've got a red out. We've got Love from the Oven. So I know these are for Valentine's and they've got little hearts on them, but guys, you could still also use these for Christmas gifts, last minute Christmas gifts, any time of the year, birthdays even, I do believe. And then this one, Baked with Love. Isn't that the cutest? So I think I'm going to make Baked with Love. You could make it double-sided if you want to. I'm just going to remove this rope from here. And Kimberly, you're in love. Those rabbits are the most cute little rabbits, aren't they? So if you missed it, guys, if you're just joining in now, we've looked at the Stencil of the Month Club for January, which becomes available on the stencilofthemonthclub.com site at midnight tonight. So if you want to stay up, you can join then. Make sure you don't miss out. They do get delivered in January. I'm going to do a bit of a shadowy technique. I think we like that here on Essential Stencil. I did think that I painted something in white, but it must have been, no, it's pink. Oh, I could do pink because I was going to do red. So this is the pink from my rabbit. Shall I? Let me have a look at that. I'm just going to do a quick little background in this pinky colour. And this is going to be my shadow. So when you're shadowing, I did a workshop with someone recently and they didn't quite understand the shadowing technique and used the colour that they want on top for this first step. So when you're doing shadowing, you want to use the colour that you want underneath. You want to put that on first. So this is our shadow, is this light pinky grey that I've created using the fusion paint that I was using for the rabbit over here. It's rose water with a little bit of grey in it. So that's going to be my shadow. So that's the background. Then I'm going to add red on top. So that, if I wanted to, I could clean that up right away. I'm just going to add the red, and maybe it's just going to, maybe it'll work just fine as a contrasting colour. Actually, I like this dark red Highlander, which I think I've got hardly any left in my little pot here because I've loved it. Loved using this one so much. So when we're shadowing, we want to place the stencil over the top, exactly where we have stenciled the underneath layer. So that's exact. And then we want to shift it slightly to the left or right, doesn't matter, and then slightly up. So I've shifted that ever so slightly, and then we'll see normally you would probably tape this. I don't know if I can. It will go around the side, just so that it doesn't move around too much. Judy says, thank you, Essential Stencil, for having Easter in January. Yes, it does give you more time to get ready, especially those of you who are doing crafting projects for selling at markets and so on. Even your gift giving, some people like to be a little bit ahead of the game, but then you're ahead of the game with the decor. You're all ready for Easter. Okay, so now we've got our red here. I need to tape off this little dot at the top, which kind of lines up the hole, but my hole's not going to exactly line up. I do have a little piece here. I just don't want to paint on top of that. So now I just go over that with my red, and you'll be able to see just a slight shadow line around the outline on one side of all of the words and all of the images. So shadowing works well for words and images and shapes, all of the above. I'm offloading onto my cardboard here, offloading the excess paint from on the brush, because if you are brand new to stenciling, the biggest tip we can give you as seasoned stencilers is to have less on your brush. So really try not to have, it's got to be a dry brush. I just call it a dry brush, to where like you feel like it's hardly even going on, but when you do this swirly technique, you'll find with a dry brush that it is actually going on, because as you can see, it's red right there. So this is a little extra thing that I'm doing at the end of my live, where we've talked about the Stencil of the Month Club, but this is from one of the new 2024 holiday collection sets, and it's called Baked with Love. Now the bundle has sold out, but you can order any of the individual stencils right now until they sell out. So grab a hold of that one. This is Baked with Love. I think that you could use that not just for Valentine's, you could use it for Christmas cooked goodies, for gift giving, for birthdays, all sorts of things. So there is that. Now I'll show you up close so you can see that really pale pink shadow in the background that really makes the stencil pop. And then I just have to add my string back in, or you could use something like a nice red ribbon to tie that up with. So I've got my knot at the end here, just loop it through and pull your string and it's ready to hang. Maybe you could hang it around a jar that you've got filled with cookies or goodies or things like that. So you can also do a double-sided one. So these tags are great for tiered tray decorating, so you might actually want to put it on your tiered tray that you've got a bunch of cupcakes on for Valentine's Day or something. So, friends, how did you like that Stencil of the Month Club set? So that's the premium set that I showed you today, and we do have the add-on. It's a must this time. I think if you don't have the add-on, grab that this time. But you will want to join stencilofthemonthclub.com. Over there it lists the premium, it lists the basic plan, tells you what you get in both, but the add-on is that basket with the added extra. That basket could be used for so many different things, because you could put other things in it. Christmas gifts, I don't know, you could remove the handles of the basket and just have that woven basket down the bottom with a bunch of gifts in it, or I don't know, so many things. Let me know what you think, what other things that you've thought of. We're about to pick some prize winners now, so stay tuned. I will let you know who those are. Essential Stencil usually picks them and pops them in the comments. And if you've been tagged for one of our prizes, then you will need to email Essential Stencil to let them know where to get yours from. Now, someone's just asked where I got the tags from. Essential Stencil used to stock these. They no longer are available at Essential Stencil, but I do have a Amazon affiliate link that I can send you. I've got a whole little ideas of all the things that I use for stenciling projects, things you can stencil on, tools I use in my stenciling. So if you want that link, it's like a whole wish list of a bunch of things that I use for stenciling, and I'm pretty sure I've got tags in there and other different wooden surfaces that you can grab from Amazon. So let me know if you want that link, and I'll pop that in the comments. The bunny is so cute. I'm loving the layers. Let's have another little close look at that. That's the Stencil of the Month Club for January. Don't miss out on it. And I will see you again next week. But first we want to see who the prizes are. Let me see. Let me see if we've got prize winners coming up. Joyce Ann says, congrats winners. That means that you're seeing them. I'm not quite seeing them. So let's have a look. Yeah, Janet, I'm not sure. I don't think you can order the add-on with the basic plan, but Essential Stencil will be able to answer that. Yes, Mary, catch the replay. If you go back to the beginning of the replay once we finish the live, you'll be able to see all of the Stencil of the Month Club features on all of the different, the premium, the basic plan and everything. Here we go. I can see now. Winners are Callie, Barbara and Lisa. So thank you guys so much for joining in the conversation, and for you have won some prizes. So congratulations on that too. I'm Sharon from the blog I Restore Stuff. You can find me at I Restore Stuff on all of your socials, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, all of the things. Or visit my website, irestorestuff.com, for some fun tutorials on furniture painting, painting decor and other things. So thank you guys so much. I will see you again next week. Will I? Hang on. It's Christmas next week. What's the date today? I don't know. Stay tuned. I might or might not see you next week if it's Christmas. I'll be partying. I'll be Christmasing. If I don't see you next week, have a Merry Christmas, everybody, and I'll see you in the new year. Bye.